We apologize. We don't know what happened, but we're in the second quarter now with just over 8 minutes to go, and it's a 23-25 lead for the Riverhawks. As here's Hoyleman looking, gets it back over now to Kennard. Kennard inside now to Meek, and now she is going to be called for the travel, and that gives possession back to Umpqua.
Unfortunate call, but they broke that double team, and that's what you need to get an easy bucket right there.
So now the inbound pass is to Ramon. Gets it back over now to Noyce. Gets it back over to Fitzhugh. Now gets it back over to Ramon. Ramon dribbles over to that left side. Gets it inside now. Hollinstead. Here's a three on the right side. Off the iron, no. Tipped out of play. Possession to Mount Hood. So Hoyleman will inbound it. Gets it into Kennard. Who dribbles it up, gets it back over to Hoyleman. Hoyleman pressured, gets it back over now to Patterson. Patterson underneath, gets a pass poked away, and possession to Umpqua. So the Riverhawks once again with possession as Ramon gets it back over to Hollinstead. Gets it back to Ramon as she dribbles it up, gets it over now to Noyce. Gets it back over to the right side. Here's Ramon inside now. Here is Noyce once again, puts up the two, no good, and Hollinstead there to put it in. And now it's a 4-point Umpqua lead, 27-23, with 7:10 remaining in quarter number two. So here's Kennard. Gets it back across. Here's Hoyleman. Gets it back over to Kennard. Top of the key. Gets it back over to Hoyleman as she moves back to the logo. Now floats a pass. Back to Kennard. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Inside Patterson, and she's fouled. So Robles is going to be called for the foul. And substitution time now for Umpqua as Sowell comes in for Noyce. So now Kennard underneath the basket will inbound. Gets it in now to Hoyleman. Gets it back to Kennard. Kennard crossing from left to right. Gets it back over now to Kosmicki. Now dribbles it to the inside. She's going to put up a contested two. It's no good. Tipped and into the hands of Hollinstead, who gets it to Ramon on the breakaway as she's got two safe defenders. Backs up and gets it to Hollinstead. Now to the inside. Two-pointer up and banked in as Sowell puts the Riverhawks up by 6 with 6:20 to go. Hoyleman inbounded to Knudsen. Gets it back over to Hoyleman. Now dribbles it up. Motioning forward. Kennard cannot handle it, but possession is going to be retained by the Saints. Down by 6 here, just before the first half comes to a close. Here's Kennard. She dribbles it up slowly. Waits at the top of the key, now moves over to that right side. Gets it across now to Knudsen. Knudsen back. Here is Patterson. Dribbles it to the inside, and now she's fouled. So the foul there going to go against Hollinstead as Johnson checks back in, taking the place of Kosmicki. As Johnson inbounds it once again. Looks a pass, long pass to Kennard, who's going to take a three, and she rims it out, no good. Rebound and fought for possession to Mount Hood. Trying to get some points here as they are down by 6. Floats it into Hoyleman, gets it across, and now that one no good. Rebounded by Hollinstead. Long pass out to Ramon. Ramon dribbles it to the key. Now back out. Gets it over now to Fitzhugh, who gets it inside to Hollinstead. Spins, gets it back. Here's a two, up, no good. Tipped and into the hands of Hoyleman. As she brings it up, she's going to take it herself, put up the two, and she puts it in. So how about that one from Hoyleman? It's back to a 4-point game. Intercepted now. Knudsen gets it back to Hoyleman. Gets it back to Kennard. Back over to Johnson. Johnson moves back towards the logo. Just about 5 minutes to go here in the first half. 29-25 is the Umpqua lead. Johnson gets it back over to Patterson. Patterson inside, got it poked away, and now it's into the hands of Umpqua. And now they lose it out of bounds, and possession goes to Mount Hood with just over 5 minutes remaining in quarter two. They've been aggressive so far, trying to get back a little bit closer as they are still down by 2 scores. Gets it back over Hoyleman. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hoyleman hooks it up, no good. And that one is going to go back to Umpqua. Long pass to Hollistead. Gets it back now to Wada. Gets it to the corner, 3-pointer on the way. It's waved off and a travel is called. So Fitzhugh, who was attempting the 3, was waved off due to the travel. Substitution time now for the Saints. Kosmicki and Lewis check back in for Hoyleman and Kennard. And now we have a timeout on the floor with 4 3/4 minutes to go here in the first half in a 4-point game. Well, they've been aggressive, like you said.
They've been aggressive. Umpqua has been very aggressive. I think their full court press is definitely what's been the challenge here, giving them that 4-point lead, as well as their height. I'd say they have a little more height involved, which I'd say gives them somewhat of an advantage. But we're here at home court. We have home advantage.
There's Barney as he tries to pump his team up. And, you know, considering how this first 15 minutes with the aggressiveness from both sides, and just because, you know, they've been pressured so much, they've created a lot of turnovers, which have turned into Umpqua points. So now only being at a 4-point game, they have to be satisfied and, you know, a little bit hungry for more, though.
Certainly hungry for more, and wouldn't be satisfied until the game is over.
Well, we still have a whole another half to
There
go.
we go.
See if they can turn things on in the second half. Umpqua only has 5 losses this season, so we'll see if Mount Hood can give them loss number 6. As now it Saints ball as Knutson heads over. As Lewis gets the non-pass from Johnson, gets it to Kosmicki. Kosmicki now spins, floats. So the foul there is going to go to Nelson. So here's Kosmicki once again shooting more free throws. First one on the way is good. Makes this a 3-point game. And now the second one on the way for Kosmicki. That one is up, and it is good. And we are at a 2-point game, 29-27, with just over 4.5 to go, as Johnson heavily guarded the inbound pass to Ramon. 29-27 with just over 4.5 to go, as Johnson heavily guarded the inbound pass to Ramon. And now here come the Riverhawks as Ramon gets the pass. Now looks across, gets it to the inside, got it tipped away, back to Ramon. Now moves back across to that right side. Guarded by Lewis, gets it to the inside now. Floats a pass up, and a 2-pointer put in there by Wada. So Kosmicki will bring it back up as she gets it over to Johnson, gets it back to Kosmicki. A lot of pressure here from both sides in the first half. Here's Kosmicki, she's going to take it herself. She loses possession, and it turned over with exactly 4 minutes remaining in the first half. So the inbound pass will come from Hollistead. Gets it to Ramon. Back over Hollistead, who dribbles it up. Stops now, has to look. Gets it across now to Sowell. Sowell floats from the free throw line. Can't put it in. Rebound goes out of play. Possession is retained by Umpqua. And they reset the shot clock to 25 seconds. So Ramon will inbound it as they have now reset the game clock to 25 seconds. There should still be about 4.5 minutes or 4 minutes remaining. So still be about 4.5 minutes or 4 minutes remaining. So now a technical error has brought the officials to reset the clock because they accidentally reset the game clock to
Oh, I
25
see.
seconds instead of the shot clock. So there's only 25 seconds to go in the half here.
Yeah, suddenly 3 minutes just vanished.
I'm sure the Saints will take that here in a close 4-point game and see if this first half can come to a close pretty quickly here with just
Yeah.
25 seconds remaining. Now I'm just kidding. It'll be, I think there's still about 3.5 minutes remaining. So we'll see what they reset it to.
Yeah, I'm curious as to whether the Saints will continue their full court press. I've seen that Umpqua has, I'd say, potentially a very a good offense against their full court press. When they bring the ball down, there's two open open shooters on the side here, 2 times now. But I don't think either possession by Umpqua against the Saints' full court press has led to a point, but it could, very well could.
So now they reset it to 3:49. And 25 seconds on the shot clock is what they were aiming for in the first place, but accidentally did that to the game clock. So it awarded both teams with an additional timeout. So time for them to regroup and maybe come up with a strategy here, as it'll be Umpqua basketball from underneath that left side hoop. Only find themselves up by 4. It's been a very close game, and we'll see how this first half. And what I like to say is, however the first half ends, I feel is how the mood for the second half is set.
Yeah.
So here is a foul on the floor, as that one goes against the Saints. I believe it was Johnson who's called for the foul. And it is Johnson indeed who is called for the foul on the floor, as that will send Hollinstead back to the line. And the first one up is good. As we take a look at her free throw percentage on the season, she is a 60% free throw shooter on the year. Now she tries to put Umpqua back up by 6, and she does. 33-27 with 3 3/4 to go as Johnson gets the inbound pass. So Johnson brings it back across now for the Saints. Moves across to their right side with 3.5 to go inside Kosmicki. Kosmicki spins, puts up a contested 2, no good. At play, possession to Mount Hood. So here's Johnson to inbound. As Johnson to Mickey. Kosmicki to Patterson. Patterson once again. Here's Johnson, another 3 off the iron. No, but we get this on a foul on the floor.
Before the shot.
And